It was a scratchy throat with a cough, and it was a dry cough, and no congestion. I wasn't no congestion at all. Nothing was coming up. And then the cough progressed into a fever. The fever got pretty high to over 102, and that's when I called the doctor. After that, it's just an overall exhaustion. I try to go and be pretty active every 6 days a week to work out and sort of just stay active. And for me, as of yesterday, I was winded putting the dishes in the dishwasher. It's just a very extreme fatigue, I would say, is the biggest difference than I haven't felt when I've gotten the flu before. And the difference for me of this is that it's an overall, my body just feels like I felt like it was different. There was difficulty getting tested. It was at first, when I felt sick on Wednesday, I woke up with very high fever of over 102, and it was about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I called the hospital and told them my symptoms and told them, I want to say if I come down, I want to let you know these are my symptoms, and I don't want there to be like a surprise if I go there. This is what I'm feeling. And they told me not to go unless I feel like it's life threatening because they will not test me if I go there. So instead, I did a video chat with my doctor just to re-update my doctor on what was happening. And then that was when my doctor told me as well that under the CDC guidelines, I can't get tested and just monitor. Then 20 minutes later, after my phone call, my doctor called me back and said, based on everything that, reviewing what I said again and reviewing what my symptoms were for my friend, they wanted to get me tested. The quarantine situation is interesting in the sense that I was told I'm supposed to be checked in on by the Department of Health. I haven't been called by them yet, and this was, as of yesterday. I think got the call at 11 o'clock. I haven't gotten it. My doctor's office is checking in on me later on today. They're going to call me once a day. They said nobody's restricting me from leaving my apartment. Nobody's, watching me outside to make sure I don't leave. It's not that type of scenario. I was told I can, open my windows if I want to get air in. So, that's it's sort of like a sick day at home. I that's how it is, except that I can't walk outside. In terms of things that my doctor said I can do, one thing I was given was an inhaler in case my breathing got bad, because I did have to actually use it a few times. The inhaler, that's just for the tightness in the chest. But other than that, it's really just what you would do for a cold. You have sleep, rest, a lot of water, a lot of liquids, try to eat, and just stay away from people. That's really it. It's hard. It's not fun to be stuck home at all, but it is way less fun to have to read about people, getting really sick.